Yeah, I remember it. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, store bought lasagna and garlic bread. We go no effort on D&D night dinner.
Right.
That makes sense. I mean, why do it, right? Give me 1 second.
Lynn went to Wimberley this afternoon to see a couple of girlfriends.
1 second.
So I'm batching it. Lynn went to
So I had Sonic.
Wimberley.
Okay. So where we
I had
last.
Arby's.
So where
Sorry,
we.
go ahead.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
I had Arby's.
I don't know. My wife's burning something in the kitchen right now, so we'll see what happens. Literally, I look at my kitchen. There's like smoke pouring out of the oven. I'm like, "What are you cooking?" And she's like, "I just put it in there." And I'm like, "Okay."
Sounds like something else is burning that was in there.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what it was. 4 beers and she burns food. So, all right. So where we last left off, you had made your way into the underground complex and into the maze after a pretty brutal initial fight and a fire eruption of when you destroyed the mechanical creatures. They eventually defeated them, avoided getting blasted in the fire furnace that occurred when the oil that leaked from their bodies got on the ground. Jay then moved not Jay, I'm sorry. Vel moved to the south of the maze and discovered there was this dead body on the ground with this mechanical looking round creature with a single eye on it looking at him, and it chirped and whirled and stuff as it kind of recognized him and began to look at him, even though he was invisible. So, at this time, what do you want to do, Jay? Vel. I keep saying Jay, sorry.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jay wants Vel to. Why do I have a condition?
I don't know.
Game's paused too.
Game is paused. I can take a look and see.
Yeah, Vel wants to step back around the corner.
Okay, let's see here. So you're down 42 of 52. Effects. You have invisible going on right now.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah. That's right.
Okay. All right. Let me pull my notes up
I
here.
do have a condition.
You do? You do? You do? Yeah, I gotta move things on my desk a little bit.
I mean, this thing's not moving toward me, is it?
No, it just kind of looked up at you, like it recognized you, and it's you know, you hear all this whirling and clicking like a very complicated clock, and makes all these weird noises as it kind of lifts up, and these little apertures of arms that kind of came out of its round body were like poking around at the creature that was dead on the ground, pulling its closed side, looking at the wounds, and you know, like some kind of like it was examining the body when it looks up at you. And as soon as it sees you, the little, for lack of a better term, surgical instruments that it was using quickly snap back into place, and they disappear back into its body, and its shell seals up into a solid sphere again. And the single eye mechanically slides up and looks at you. It doesn't blink, but as it does all that, you heard all those noises and whirling sounds.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna head back to the party.
Okay, as you begin to move, as you take a step, you hear a voice, and it kind of goes, it's a mechanical kind of noise, and it goes, "Hello, I am Euphoid. My directive is defined as an observational unit. My current mission status is complete. I am soon to return to Mechanus. Who might you be? What is your directive?" As it says all this, it takes a tentative step past the dead body towards you, but then stops. Its eye then suddenly blinks.
Hello, my name is Vel.
What language are you speaking in? It's spoken common, by the way.
I will speak in common also. I'm also on an observational mission. Have you been here long?
It blinks at you, and you hear another whirling noise, and it goes, "You are of a elf origin. What are you here to observe?" Ignoring your question of it.
Well, we're here to observe what is at the other end of this labyrinth.
It's a maze. Does it have an other end?
Well, that's what we're here to find out. Have you?
It swirls around, kind of looks at that body on the ground, and goes, "Did you do this? And why, if you did?"
What body is it?
It is a orc
Oh,
on the ground. It's dead.
no. I think maybe the dragon did it. Have you seen the dragon?
I've seen a few dragons since I've been here on Orith. But not here.
Well, there's one down here somewhere.
Its eye blinks
Have
again.
have you explored the maze fully?
I am looking for a portal. I have not been able to find it. I just started, not too long ago. Although there are many interesting things here.
Indeed. I will cast message back.
Are there verbal and somatic components to that spell?
I'm sure there are. Let me see exactly what. Yes.
Both?
Yes.
Okay. 1 second.
I'll just kind of turn my head back and message back to D-Day. There's some kind of whirligig creature down here. I'm talking to him. He can see me while I'm invisible.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of blinks at you and goes, What are you doing? As it watches you do your verbal somatic component spell to your spell.
I was just sending a message back to my friends.
Was it mentally you made this message, or did you actually speak the words out loud?
So you speak the words out loud, but only the recipient can hear it. Here, I'll post it.
No, you're fine. I was just asking you. Okay. So you did
Yeah.
say the words, but it didn't actually come out into the air. Okay.
Right. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Okay. So it
Can go through solid objects.
yeah. So it's going to make a perception check to see if it can understand. Okay. 19. So it's so it goes, it looks like it may have read your lips. And he goes, "I would like to meet your friends. Are they nearby?"
Yes, they're not too far away.
Okay, it says to you. It blinks, and then it takes a step towards you.
Okay. Here, follow me.
All right, and you hear a as it follows behind you. It's not very quiet. Y'all see Vale coming around the corner, and the sphere, it's fairly large. I'm trying to think of a easy reference for you to think of what a.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and drop invisibility for the time being.
Okay, what would be a good reference? Something it's probably like the size of a 55, maybe a 45-inch LCD screen. You know, it's got a good bulk to it. Maybe a small computer desk. You know, as it's like walking behind him. It's got these two mechanical legs as it moves, and it's got these little arms sticking out the side. That it's like, as it's moving, you know, it's this copperish-looking creature. It's like it touches the wall, it picks things up from the floor. Its eye tilts down, it looks at it, then it drops it. It's continually looking at stuff and observing stuff as it moves up behind Vale.
And it doesn't look anything like what we were fighting?
No, it's more of a, for lack of a term, more of a clockwork kind of design. You've seen some artificers kind of work with these kind of designs. It's not like the creatures you saw when you entered, and it doesn't have the same make or qualities of the mechanical creatures you fought when you entered.
So it looks like it. Okay.
Yeah, it actually looks more complicated, if you will.
Okay.
But in other ways, it's different and maybe not as complex in its appearance, because the creatures you fought were far more nimble in their abilities, and they look stronger and tougher. This thing does not look as strong as those things were.
That's good. What was this purple line?
I don't remember. I think it was the path you were taking at the time, maybe.
Oh, maybe so.
Yeah, no problem. Now it's gone. How's
I just want to make sure I wasn't stepping into a puddle of oil or something.
Yeah. So it kind of moves on up and begins looking at and observing each of you. And when it gets a good look at your face, its eye continually goes, and then it looks at each of you, and it kind of, does that weird little flap of the eyelashes, if you will, or the little lids.
Aperture.
Aperture. Thank you.
Like it's taking our picture.
Possibly. You have no
We
idea.
knew what that was.
Yeah.
What that was.
And it begins asking each of you one at a time, what is your directive? Why are you here? What is your name? I do believe you use the word name to classify yourselves and give a personal identification to each other, correct? That is what I have observed here on Orth in my past 200 years of observation.
You've been here for 200 years?
It's it pivots where its legs are attached to its upper torso. You thought it was like one piece, but then you notice there's a slight seam around the edges of it, and it kind of goes whoosh, and it looks at you, and it goes yes, and then it goes whoosh, back looking straight at the group again.
So
What are you
this
doing
is
in here?
I am trying to find the portal I've found information on. It says.
Oh man, another portal.
Where does the portal lead?
If I'm successful to Mechanus.
We have any idea what Mechanus is?
That would be an intelligence check or an arcana check. Or
Let me see what I might know.
I think you could make a look at the skill sets here real quick. Attributes. Interesting. Maybe perception. Oh, religion would apply too, by the way. So you could make a flat out intelligence check. You could make a religion check or a history check.
Or an arcana?
Arcana would work too, yeah.
All right. Can I give Vel guidance? I can do a religion.
I think I got it.
Mechanus. Okay.
Oops, I didn't do it blind. I don't guess it matters.
Okay, so let's see. We got 21 and a 15. Okay. 1 second. Seems like the web is taking its time to load for some weird reason. Nice. Serves me right for using a web resource, right? Let me do this real quick. Come on. Wow, that site's down. Interesting. So what you know, what's going on? Right? I'm not able to connect to website. Something strange is going on. 1 second. What the hell?
But all I know is it's a fairly orderly,
Yeah, well,
clockwork plane.
patience, Jay.
Existence.
Patience. I just find it fascinating. The one time I go to use one of these resources, it's all right. So Mechanist anyway is it's a lawful, ordered type of realm of existence. It is also known as the clockwork realm. It's a home of a law and order. Modrons, which is a race of mechanical creatures that are known to exist there. Everything has its place and its time and its purpose. It's all planned out, and lawful order individuals sometimes go to this realm. Every day, every moment, every second is known, and your procedure of life there is predestined, if you will.
Sounds boring to me.
Yeah.
Understand that.
It's neither too hot and it's nor too cold. It has the measures of equal, both that are balanced. What else stands out about this plane of existence?
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. There's equal measures of everything. Law is very important. And while everything is mapped out, many of the residents don't know that it's predestined, if you will. It is. It seems natural to them. They're not aware of this. That makes sense. Beyond that, you don't know much more of it.
What direction did you just come from?
It's by turns around and it points in direction where Velis came from.
Did you see anything? Have you come across anybody else or seen anything lately?
There are many things in this maze. I've avoided many. There is water in the direction we just came from. Directions can be deceiving in this maze, in this structure, in this dungeon, in this facility.
Why are you in here?
Looking for the portal.
There is a portal here. I can sense it. I know its presence is here. And getting direct access to my... Sorry, my dog's going nuts. Getting access to my realm is difficult in Orith. There are only a few locations throughout this world that allow me to get back to my homeland to complete my mission.
Perhaps we can help you find it.
That would be wonderful. Again, everything it says, although I'm not doing it, is a very mechanical. It's not like a harsh mechanical voice, but it's you can tell it's very like like how a like Alexa or something would talk. It's not natural flowing. It's very crisp. 1 second. I'm gonna go close my front door so my dogs will quit barking.
Okay. So yeah, maybe this thing will help us out.
Yeah, I'm wondering how it survived 200 years.
Well, it must be fairly intelligent.
Well, yes, intelligent, but I mean, what kind of weapons does it have? Why kind of self-care does it do?
Yeah, that I don't know.
It must lube itself.
200 years is a long time not to be eaten by something.
Well, I
Right,
mean,
to be eaten by something.
Good.
Hmm?
It's made of metal.
Very good.
Eat that.
Although Jay was at my house when my dog ate an aluminum can.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that. So,
No worries.
what other questions do you have or such?
So, have you explored this whole labyrinth?
I have just started.
I see. Well, so yeah, maybe we can team up and see if we can get to the middle of this thing. Like I said, there is a dragon lurking around, so
It blinks and goes, "You will help, Euphoid?" It says.
I mean, why not?
If
We're
we
here together.
succeed, I will do what I can to help you.
Well, that seems
you-
an equitable agreement.
How do you defend yourself?
He goes,
Besides-
I have the ability to pass unobserved.
Okay.
Most times, those things that would harm me would not see me. And the times that they do, I can, of course, retreat into my shell. I believe you would call it that.
So you have no offensive weapons or tools?
It blinks at you and goes, I am not allowed to disclose that.
So I also have the ability to make myself unobserved, yet you were still able to observe me. How did you do that?
It kind of, his head kind of a little bit, his eye kind of. It is a aspect of mechanist that has been built into my design. Is the best I can explain it, I guess.
So you can see things that are invisible.
Some.
Well, that would be helpful. So,
Does it get wings?
No, that's just a one
Okay.
particular rendering of these creatures.
Okay.
Little legs.
It does have legs.
All right. So which way do you suggest we go find your portal?
As I stated earlier, I just started.
Okay.
I
So which way
entered-
would you like to go?
How about this way to the north behind me and Urch? Have you been this way?
Did you deal with the creatures at the entrance?
Yes.
yes, we did.
Well,
There's no portal back that way.
no, there's not. I was fortunate enough to get past them without observance.
Well, that's
It
a neat
is-
trick.
Indeed,
So you say down the way you just came from, there was some water or something down there?
there is water there. I was preparing to go that direction when I found the dead. And it hears orc. It says finally. Like it was processing what it saw and trying to figure out what exactly it was, and then it says the word orc.
Yeah, I think they're working with the dragon.
This orc was more of a religious type, I believe, based on what was on the body.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of cultist.
Cultists. This seems to be a problem on Earth. I have observed.
Yeah, it does seem to be a problem.
It doesn't get any better either.
So it kind of sits back on its legs and kind of like it's not using as much energy now, and it just blinks once and sits there for a moment. What do y'all decide to do? What do y'all want to do?
So what did,
Hey,
what did you see on the body that made you think it's of a religious sort?
It had iconic images and other religious symbolisms of Ilnelval,
Of who?
right? Let me look it up real quick for you.
we don't have our note keeper here.
Yeah, I'm the note keeper.
It is a lesser deity of the Orc pantheon. That's pretty common from if you're trained in
How do you spell that?
ILNEVAO. I will post it.
ILNEVA.
I will post it in chat for you.
Oh, that would be easier.
They are known if you're trained in religion. Who's trained in it?
I saw him say that, but it was a thought bubble for a second. It's not actually in the chat.
It is.
I can't see it.
That's weird.
I can't
This
either.
says unknown creature. I think it was.
Okay, here I'll post it again.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I saw it appear on the map.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I did too, but then I couldn't copy.
I
and paste that.
had that orc down there selected.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
The dead orc.
shall we investigate?
They're very diligent in their planning and their strategies for victory. They're a warlike Pantheon. And the followers of him and the leaders of them are known to inspire great cunning and inspiring loyalty in their followers, and is very diligent in planning of strategies for victory. They often work with Grumish, and them combined together tend to make a very powerful force, often, creating large challenges for civilized lands.
Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, we thought we would just head to the north,
I will follow. If I see something, I presume you would like me to tell you.
Yes, very much.
Very well.
What about you?
Couldn't hear you.
What about taking the lead since you are able to remain on the scene?
That is not my directive. I am here to observe.
Well, yeah, you just be, observing in front of us.
Its eye
That would
blinks.
really be against your directive, would it?
Just blinks twice.
All right, Val, you want to scout to the north, or what do you all want to do? Our condition, I think, is pretty good, right? We got Althea's down a tad, Val's down a tad, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. Whichever direction you want to go,
All right.
start heading that way. Y'all don't want to investigate this body first, though?
I mean, we can if you want to go check it out, but it's a dead orc. And I mean, Euphoid here has already poked it.
Yeah, and I'd rather go the way we're going to go rather than cause disturbances in multiple directions of the possibility.
All right.
Like I don't want to poke anything else that's down there.
Well, I
Okay.
can go
Lead
back
the way.
and we can head back to.
So as you're talking, it goes, it had several items on its body.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's all it says.
Oh.
I believe some coins you find of value and some other trinkets.
Well,
Maybe we should go check it out.
all of a sudden you'd say coins and trinkets, and Val's all.
It stands up again, or it goes from like a weird squatting position. It goes, stands up.
All right, I'll keep watch if you want to go investigate.
Okay, you want to come with me, Urch, or you staying here?
Yeah, I'll come.
So y'all move
Let's go check it out.
southward. As you're doing that,
They coming with us?
Doomsday moves up to where you are, and it kind of gets really close to you, and kind of looks up and down of you. You are of a warrior type, are you not?
Indeed.
I detect orc in your blood.
I have worked in my blood.
Was it legitimate?
I am indeed legitimate.
So the birth was wanted then.
The birth was unwanted.
On one. It's a common thing with half orcs, I understand. Why is that? From your point of view. I've had others tell me why. I'm curious from you.
Well, my mother was a beautiful specimen, and my father was a taker of things.
So it continues on a series of questions, trying to find out more about your background, your personal history.
I'm not like getting very engaged. I'm doing, focusing on my job of watching.
So you're doing that, but it keeps asking questions. Eventually, it does give up. It just kind of stops. And it goes back down to that neutral, like, hunched position, like it's conserving energy or something. So Avelis and Urch. Y'all move down to the body. Can you roll me a D10, please?
Both.
Just one of you. All right, Urch. So you kind of get to the body and you look at it. It has a series of slashes and gashes and bite marks on its body. It looks like it was fleeing the direction to the westward direction towards, you can see a little bit of moisture in the ground here and there. So it was like it came from that direction, and you can see splotches of blood, and then it fell on its back here and seemed to have expired.
Can we tell from looking at it what the wounds were made by?
Make a medicine check if you like. I'm sorry, that's the wrong set. Let's do a. I guess it'd be perception, if you will. Maybe
Oh yeah, that I'm good at.
or it could be survival too. I don't know.
16.
Yeah. There's lots of little gashes and cuts on it. Something, very sharp teeth, but like circular kind of like pattern. Like it's a circular pattern of bites, like whoosh, whoosh, that bit into it like that. All over its legs, its calves, its back. It's obviously fleeing whatever's attacking it. And there's slash marks into it of some kind of crude weapon that was very sharp and cutting, but not like a sword kind of cut. It has more, the edges are more serrated and stuff, if you will.
Weird.
But
So we don't know the creature that could have made that.
no, not on top of your head.
All right. Well, we searched the body.
Okay. You find what appears to be a beautiful dagger on it. It's a masterfully worked silvered dagger. Kind of look at it, you know full well that it's probably well worth 300 gold.
Wow.
Okay. 322 exact.
Yeah.
Which
You also find a potion that's grasped in his hand, but it never got a chance to open it.
Use one of those.
for sure.
And you find 25 silver, 10 gold, and 25 copper coins of various nationalities on his body.
Well, that was
Nice.
where we stopped.
Yeah, especially since it was right down here.
Yeah.
All right. We'll head back.
As y'all were getting ready to head back, you hear a.
Is that orc?
No, something off to the west. Sound like weird gurgling, bubbling noise somewhere off in the distance to the west beyond the corridor.
Okay, we'll move quietly away.
All right.
Unless Bell wants to go check it out.
Nah.
All right. Make your way back to your group.
I mean, unless you think I should, but
Nah,
I say we go the other way.
I'm sure we'll come across it sooner or later.
Yeah, I agree.
What I'm avoiding is this little robot dude said there's water down there. I don't really want to go through any water.
No, me neither.
Okay.
Didn't work out for me so well last time.
I don't think we've ever had any luck with water.
Nope.
Water's always ended badly.
We got blown up in the water.
Killed several times.
All right, Bell, you want to scout to the north?
Yeah, that's where I was headed. Sorry, I was writing down the treasure.
All right.
All right, Val. Due to the complexity of the map, I need to do the mount up thing so I can mount your bird to you, but it won't actually do to tokens, I don't think. But so anyway, you see several. You see,
It's going to shrink him down real tiny if you do that.
yeah, you see a couple of well, numerous little exits here and there. Where do you wish to go? Let's go to South
So
Cesar.
I'll try to keep him close to me here.
Wait, before you take off, Bell. Cast Goodberry and hand you 10 of them. Get those on the way.
Oh, you got me mounted now? Okay, cool. All right. Ooh. Okay. Well, we just got this potion.
Yeah, but you want to drink it or you just want to use good berries to get back up to full health?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we know Doomsday.
I mean, yeah, I could. You think I should? Yeah, I'll eat those now.
Yeah, eat them.
So how's Doomsday expressing his impatience here?
Doomsday doesn't have much of that.
So he's like, it's time to go, and he's pointing that direction, or
Impatience.
y'all see Doomsday, like tapping his foot.
We're used to it. We just ignore him.
Althea goes, well, I can go look up there up north if you want.
No.
I mean, I have no problem with that.
Probably she has them run ahead already.
She's like, very well.
Hey, we did find a few things here. It's a really nice dagger. Some kind of healing potion and some coins.
All right.
So
all
right. You want me to carry those, or?
I don't see us using it anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just hold on it for now.
Okay.
DJ's dying to know what's up the passageway.
well, I don't like the idea. When we hang around, things show up as opposed to us go finding things.
Well, it's going to end the same way either way.
Not necessarily. This might be a big place where we only run into what we see as opposed to what comes to us.
That is possible, but you're not sure.
If they're calling it a maze and blah blah, a labyrinth or whatever, odds are there are things wandering around.
I would expect so.
Or there are things on one side of it that might not even know we're on the other side of it.
That's entirely possible. Why is I can only am I hitting a rock or something there?
What's his name? Hugh's attached to you.
Yeah, I see that, but like, I see what happened. I hit a wall, and he kept going. Okay.
So you begin moving northward, making your way through the walls and structures of this place. Somewhere off in the distance, you hear a, and then it gets quiet again, like a humming noise, but it was different. It wasn't like a bee or a bird. It was like, and then it faded away.
Okay.
But the corridor continues northward and curves around out of sight. Give me a 1d20, please, Avelis.
Okie dokie. Keep going over here to the left, but you don't have that module installed.
I disabled it.
Why'd it go to 2? Dang it.
How about we put me and then Urch and then Salazar and then Althea?
What about our new friend?
Wherever he'd go, wherever he wants.
He moves up ahead of y'all a little bit. Looks around the corner. Is that the order y'all want right there?
Sure.
All right. Who wants to control Althea and Salty? Or who, individuals?
Yeah.
Althea, let me see here.
I'll take Salty.
All right.
All right, so let me go to the characters and the thing and get permissions on them real quick. Player characters, Greyhawk, Althea. Configure permissions. All players are owner. And then, why did it jump like that? And then, Salazar. Permissions. Yeah. Okay. I think you're good on permission wise. So what do you do? You continue northward. You move up a little bit, Velis, and you notice the corridor kind of branches off of several exits. One to the, a couple off to the northeastern direction, and one heading back. You also notice a slight purplish light that slowly fades to the south around the corner over here. It's just like, and it's like the light kind of, a little purplish light kind of fades away, like it just went out. It was very brief, just for a moment. You just, because of your high passive perception, you happen to notice it. Corridor continues on ahead of you in different directions. Which way do you wish to go?
I guess I'll step back a little bit and go, hey, I saw some kind of glow off to the right up here, just around this corner. So I don't know what it was, but.
Are you invisible?
Yep.
No, we'll go investigate it.
Well, I guess I could do that, but, check it out. Well, I am invisible. Where'd I go?
I turned you invisible. So,
right.
What do you wish to do?
Stay here and keep a watch out. I'm just going to poke my head around this corner.
All right. Yeah, so you kind of poke around the corner, and you don't see anything here. It's dead ends.
That's where you saw it from, though?
Yes.
Yep. It's a dead end. I'm going to go to the left. I'll report back if I see anything. You guys just kind of stay close. And when I get ready to make a turn, I'll come back and let you know which way I'm going.
Corridor continues on some distance up ahead of you and then branches off and heads southward.
You got stuff around the corner here.
Well, I should turn off the grid tracking, snap to grid option. Can you give me a D20, please?
Yep.
All right. You hear that buzzing sound again. Off in the distance somewhere. This time it doesn't fade as much, though. It seems persistent. Your friend, where has he gone? I believe you call him Avelis. Is that correct? It asked Althea in the background. What did she say?
Yeah, he's watching out ahead of us, like B-Day asked you to.
Ah, I see. So the noise is a little stronger to the south of you through that curved corridor heading off in this direction. It sounds more predominant in this area.
Are you familiar with that sound?
I am not.
I guess I'll just wait for those guys to catch up.
I think you told them to wait for you, didn't you?
Did I? I didn't
Yeah.
say that, didn't I?
Hang on one second. Okay.
Okay, so there's a corridors kind of branch up here ahead. I hear that buzzing noise getting louder to the left. So guess we should go that way.
You just
Okay.
go and we'll follow.
All right, well, I'm gonna go to the left up here.
All right. If we have decisions to make, like left or right, and one appears to be left and the other appears to be right, I suggest you just pick one.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't want to lose you guys in this place.
Yeah. Well, just keep checking back for us. I like that idea.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep going left till I can't go left anymore.
Yeah,
Unless that's
maybe
something
we're in
interesting.
since we're in a maze, why don't we just like make all rights or all lefts?
That's what I was saying. I'm gonna go all left.
Okay.
But eventually, that sounds like that'll bring you back. But whatever.
All right, so you step around the corner, and suddenly you see this weird sphere kind of floating up in the air, and it makes that very low, and it against the wall a little bit, and you hear a kind of sparking across his body, and it kind of bumps and jerks a little bit in the air as this happens. And give me 1 second. Make sure I got the wrong sheet on this. Let me change the sheet. All right. It looks kind of like that, Jay.
Yeah, that is weird.
And it bumps up against the wall a little bit, makes some odd noises. Something seems off about it. It hasn't recognized you, or if it has, it hasn't made any moves towards you. It's got weird tendrils kind of coming out the back of it. They're kind of like moving around behind it, and little static charges go from them occasionally. And it's just kind of a similar noise, but it sounds more populous or just stronger off in this direction over here.
Okay.
And then it kind of like hiccups a little bit and stops, and it slowly turns around, and it kind of, you don't see a face on it, but the sphere kind of turns around. It's got a bluish top sphere to half of it, and below it, it has a copper-like sphere beneath it, so it's half and half. And these bluish tentacles come out of the back of it, and they're probably only a couple feet long. Like I said, the sparks of electricity come off of them, and it just kind of like hovers there for a moment, like it perceives you, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
What do you do?
I guess I'll back up and report back.
As you begin to back up, the little tentacles kind of flare up, and more energy comes off of them. So move yourself where you want to go. Give me a, oh, you got to pass perception of 13. Yeah, you hear it, Doomsday. As you move around the corner, it kind of stumbles a little bit and jerks and bobbles, and then it bumps against this wall right here. And then it goes back into that kind of like mindless bumping into the wall as it bounces over here and doesn't seem to pay you much attention at this point.
So I just came back to tell you about the streaky sphere thing, but I see you see it. We want to continue on toward the left.
Seems like everything is art. Like everything has an arc to it. These walls are all curved. Maybe there's some sort of center.
That's what I was thinking too.
So let's go, instead of constantly the same direction, let's do whatever direction would take us toward the center whenever there is any option.
Well, right. That I think we just keep going left. That way we won't get lost. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling that normally I kind of know where we came from, but my memory feels like it's failing me a little bit.
Yeah, but I think that if our pattern is to, these curved walls, we're going in all the time until we get to the center. Then when we're leaving the center, we're going out.
I agree. If we make all lefts going in and make all rights going out, we'll be fine.
Unless there's a turn that's not to the left.
Well, that's true.
So, what are we doing about this thing up here? We're gonna.
I'm gonna pull out my chalk, and I'm gonna make a little mark, kind of here, but low to the ground, with an arrow pointing back the way we came from.
Excellent.
Just in case,
Okay.
Okay. And there's definitely a humming noise there to the left, so I don't know. Just be ready.
It moves forward and bumps against the wall right here. It goes.
Can I get around it?
Is it blocking the passageway?
Yeah, a little bit, and it kind of rotates again. But this time, the tentacles, the bluish tentacles, kind of move around, and they reach towards your owl, like they're reaching for it. And as it does that, its head, upper section, kind of goes, slides open. And you see this dark, endless void inside of its head, and it's like grasping out at your owl, trying to grab a hold of it. I need your owl.
You get back.
To give me a it's going to be a dexterity check.
Oh, these stats aren't right. I know it's not all 10s. I've noticed that too. When you just create a token, it's very generic. Owl.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
5. Okay, I'm gonna +1 and there's a stealth of +3, perception +3. So I guess I get a +1. Give me 20.
Your target number is 18.
Got a 14.
A 14. Okay, so it does grab a hold of your Hugh, right? And it moves him into that void. And when it does, he just kind of vanishes inside of it, and it goes. Whoosh.
Well, all right. Well, I'm just going to dismiss Hugh.
He's gone. And it kind of just floats there.
That thing tried to eat Hugh.
It grabbed a hold of him and shoved him into a hole. And as Hugh neared that hole, he was bigger than the hole. Because there's these things are only like the size of a bowling ball as it floats there. And as it neared the hole, you notice Hugh's size began to change smaller, to like it would fit into the hole itself.
Well, yeah. As soon as I saw something like that happen, I would immediately dismissed him.
Okay, he was gone. All right. The tendrils didn't seem to hurt Hugh. The electricity coming from them didn't seem to cause it to take damage or anything. You would have noticed that. And he just kind of hovers there.
All right. Well, watch out for that thing. Don't get engulfed.
And it bumps against the wall over here.
Okay.
Noted.
I'm
Not get engulfed. Got it.
All right, so
Althea, that was do not get engulfed.
Euphoid steps up by you, Urchin, and goes, "What is that sound?"
What is what? The sound?
What is that sound?
I think that's not left.
We don't know. A buzzing sound?
Yes,
We don't know.
it says. All right. So you see
wanna
the
go
corridor.
investigate?
You ask him that?
Yeah.
He goes, I can observe. And he suddenly disappears from sight.
Oh.
So, Avelis, so you get like back over here. And when you were basically there, you see some more of those spheres to the north, west, and upward direction. What appears to be like a room that has some kind of clutter or broken stones that have fallen from the ceiling into here. And you see several of these little pods, but they're not doing what the other one is. They all seem to be like in a triangular pattern. Like a shape they kind of formed, and they all move in unison. And their tentacles are much stronger and emitting an electrical charge. You can hear the buzzing noise coming from them. It sounds kind of almost like a Tesla coil, but not quite that loud. As they're kind of hovering there, looking about, a couple of them drop down and move over to where the stones are, and are like touching the stones and picking up stuff from the stones and putting it into that void, and that gap space opens up, and then another one that moves down and seems to explore the stones. But they don't seem to be paying you any attention, or they haven't observed you yet.
Okay. Well, shit, if I message back, then I'll go.
Suddenly, you see Euphoid appear beside you. It says, this is some type of extra-dimensional space inside of its head. It says, I have observed. It is malfunctioning. Does not seem to be hostile. And he goes back into that sitting, hunched kind of position. Its eye goes. I have not seen one of these before. It is very unique.
I agree.
Can we take it apart?
Wait.
I would like to look at its insides and determine what it's made of. Although it could become hostile, I have discovered that is the consequence most times when you try to disassemble something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna-
Maybe we should hold off on that.
I think we should keep looking for the portal.
It nods. He goes, stands back up again.
So hey, I know you like do a lot of observing. You think you could get us out of here if we get lost?
There is something about the nature of this complex that causes interference in memorization of patterns. Something with the walls. It turns, and one of its arms comes out and it pokes the wall pretty aggressively. And you see those green lines go across it. It's interfering with my memory banks in that way.
I'm gonna look back on the wall where I just made that mark. Is the mark still there?
No.
Okay.
All right, fuck all, team. Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna go, I guess, sort of south because that would be the next left-hand turn.
Move your token, 3 squares, 4 squares, whatever. 5, 10, 15, 20. And so are you trying to avoid being noticed by that floating the other spheres? You tell you tell your friends about that? Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I said, hey, there's some other ones up here. They don't look fucked up though, so I suggest we be on extra stealthy alert.
Yeah, I'll turn on my extra stealthy.
Okay, can I get private stealth checks or blind stealth checks, please? Your passive perception's 13. Okay.
Oh, that's you. It's not. Well.
And I need somebody to roll for Althea and Salazar too.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, you're rolling.
Blind stealth roll.
Yeah, who's taking charge of Althea,
I'll do it.
and who's taking charge of Salazar?
I am.
All right,
What are we rolling for? Just a
stealth
D20?
check. It's stealth check.
That was Althea as well.
Well, I hit blind, but it,
Oh, blind shit. Be blind.
that's odd. I did not roll twice. I
Yep.
rolled.
I think somebody else hit it. Althea is Brian, right?
Yeah, but I hit hers blind as well.
Well, there is a blind
I may
one
have
for
done
her,
it.
and there's a
I may
public
have
one.
hit out the one that's 20.
So, who? Salazar? That is you, Urch.
That's me. Yep. Sorry.
I'm going to use the blind roll from Althea. And of course, I need one from Urch also. And one from Doomsday already gave me one. Vale gave me one. Althea and Salazar has given me one. Now, Urch.
Once you get to 5 stealth rolls, somebody's going to fail, and it only takes one fail to give us away. That's the way this works.
Not always. Sometimes it's a group effort.
Oh,
That stealth roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, add 3 to mine.
Why don't you just click your stealth? Okay. All right. You each begin making your way around the curve. And so I'll say, like, you move here. Doomsday, they don't detect you. The rest of you begin moving up. It's the Euphoid moves forward, but when he does, though, this thing like follows a little bit. All right, Avelis, you see it continues down to the south from where you currently are, and it seems to have a easterly, northeast. It's really hard to describe directions here. A northeasterly and then a west northerly branch off from your current direction.
All right. Okay, well, based on the way we're going, I guess this way would be left.
all right, I got a question, a platform management question. So when I click off of me and I click on Althea to move her and control her, now I'm seeing what she sees, and I have no idea where the fuck Doomsday went, and I can't click back on myself.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I hadn't anticipated that problem.
If you just click off of everybody, you should have a better bird's eye view, if you will.
Doing that over and over again to no effect.
Go under your settings icon and click on configure settings and make sure you have left click to release objects selected. So, the gear icon, then configure settings, and you should see a left click to release objects checkbox.
Got it.
And make sure you save.
Thank you. Perfect. Sure. Hot damn, there is Doomsday.
All right. All right, Doomsday. As you move around the corner, you hear like a rumbling noise. It's like something heavy moved and then closed.
All right. Okay, that was the end of my question. I guess you can unpause the game if you're ready to do so.
In just a moment.
All right. So I'm going to move in the direction that Vel scattered off to.
Yeah, so he's not in sight. Based on the directions y'all have, what do? When you get here, you see it goes off in different directions.
Yeah. Well, he knows that we know he's invisible. So whenever I get to a point where I have to choose a direction, I'm just going to chill until he comes back and is like, over here, there is a beeping noise. Should I deconstruct it?
All right, Avelis, what do you do?
Well, I was just going to hang here and wait for them to catch up so I could tell them which way I'm going, but
They can't see you technically.
Well, here's where I would not know which way to go.
yeah. I'm going to the left
Why would you go to the left?
because that was the plan, right? To always make left-hand turns.
Until we talked about that will get us away from the direction we want to be going in.
Okay, so you think we should go right?
I think it looks like, judging by our path we have taken so far, we seem to be on these rings, and some are more inner and some are more outer. And I think we should always go inner.
Okay, so we just keep going to the inside. Got it.
Forget left or right or whatever. Just go to the inside ring.
Okay.
Whichever way the curves go.
All right, I will head that way. I guess I'll go ahead and resummon Hugh.
All right, he appears beside you.
That's good.
Well, who's playing Althea?
I am.
Give me a perception check, please. Oh, she has a passive. Oh, never mind. Passive is 16. That's enough. As you're Althea kind of comes around a corner. She's kind of looking around. Is her nature. She's, she explores a little extra than y'all normally do. She notices to the north where this malfunctioning thing was flying around. There's actually scorch marks and burn marks on the walls and the floors around here. That's all she observes. Make of it of what you want.
Okay. Althea will just kind of watch our ass.
Okay. You keep exploring, Avelis. As you're moving around the corners, it continues onward and it branches up northward at a northwesterly kind of angle.
Okay. Wait, a northward angle?
Yeah, well, northwest.
Oh, I see. Yeah, a little turn. A little.
Mhm. You observe, you come to a dead end, appears to be, with a wall on one side.
Looks like a dead end. I could look for a secret door. Let me do that. We could all look for secret doors.
Okay.
Y'all hear a voice in the hallway ahead of you. We could all look for secret doors. With nobody with the voice. You do see Hugh flying conspicuously in a certain area.
Hugh?
You resummoned him.
Oh, right. Gotcha. I'm trying to select him at the same time. It's hard to make some of these.
I know.
Corners.
If I can move and Hugh can't, he just stops.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what do you wish to do? You don't have to move yourself into that corner if you don't want to.
I'm just going to search this area for secret doors.
All right. So you spend some time, about 10 minutes. You begin kind of searching and feeling around. What's the duration of your invisibility?
Till I take a cast a spell or attack.
Okay. Yeah, so about 10 minutes you kind of search around, and the rest of y'all kind of catch up with him, or do y'all stay back where you are?
We'll look in other areas. Is that thing following us?
Apparently. Althea,
Is that the malfunctioning one? Is that the one that's malfunctioning?
yeah, Althea, you hear Euphroid kind of looks around the corner and goes, "Why did you not go this way?" I'm curious. It asks Althea as it spins around.
Well, it was either that way or this way, and we went this way.
Binary logic. Very well. Avelis, so give me a perception check. Can you make sure it's hidden, please?
Yep.
Actually, it's investigation, isn't it? I never can remember which one that is for secret doors. To spot them, I think it's investigation. I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm better at investigation than I am at perception, so that's not a problem. It's at least a 10. Because I got +9 on the investigations.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't seem to find anything in this in this area of the corridor that you find. Nothing of interest.
Okay, I didn't really expect to, but
But you never know.
yeah. All right. Well, I didn't see any way out over here, so
All right, well then let's backtrack and either go
left like I wanted to in the first place.
up like you wanted to in the first place, or back around the loop, whichever.
Okay,
Try these ways.
let's go try the other. Dang, that creepy thing following us around.
Apparently.
I am not creepy, Euphroid says.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the tentacle-y thing.
So as you come around the corner, you see the other spheres have moved in the corridor where y'all once had been, and they seem to be examining the floor and the walls and stuff where y'all had paused for a few moments. They don't seem to have noticed you as you make your way around the corner. So Velis, you are again seeing a branch that goes northward and southward.
Okay. I'm gonna head.
You hear
northward.
to the south of you hear and a brief purple light kind of fades off again.
Well, that surely looks like a dead end, but I'm gonna look anyway. Yep.
So the corridor continues southward and branches around an angle.
Okay, I'm headed south. The north is a dead end.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're gonna get stuck, buddy. I'm gonna put him right on me, but I want him to be like 10 feet behind me.
You can always just delete him and resummon him when you need him, or just say he's there and not worry about him.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss him. This has got to be too confusing for you.
All right, Avelis, you come around and it heads southward and it branches off northward.
Southward looks like a dead end. Oh, really only one way to go here.
So while he's doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
Slowly following behind.
Yep, following.
All right.
Trying to.
Is this place completely dark?
Yeah. If you don't have a light source and you don't have dark vision, you cannot see.
Okay.
Althea doesn't have dark vision, does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's also an elf, isn't she? Or at least she's an elf or a half elf.
Half elf.
Wait, what is
Okay, well,
I think South.
Salazar use? He's human.
he's a shadow sorcerer.
Okay.
He has dark vision of some sort.
Dead end.
So I didn't see where did you go when you went south? There.
Just down to where it looks like a dead end. About
Yeah.
here.
About there. Okay. You don't see the source of that purplish light you saw earlier. You don't know if it was from the other corridor or this one that it emitted from, but it was in this direction.
Interesting.
I guess we go back.
Seems like it.
Can you roll me a D20, please? Anybody, just one person.
Anybody doing it?
I can do it. You want it blind or?
No.
I've done it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Urch, you moved to the dead end area,
Sure.
and everybody sees Urch just suddenly vanish. It's gone. And 1 second. Roll a D20 again, Doomsday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna run up there and check that shit out.
1 second, please. Yeah. Okay, Urch, where are you? Here? Nope.
Shit's getting weird.
Getting? Holy hell. The fuck?
All right, Urch, you step back in the corner, kind of making room for your friends, and suddenly there's a loud. No, you feel this weird sensation about you just turned into a mist for a moment, and this purplish light radiated from you, and then your whole vision cleared, and suddenly you're standing in a couple of feet of water, and you're kind of looking around, and you hear a off to the west of you.
What do I see?
You see this fluidly gel-like creature with veins of if you think like a jellyfish, except you can see the red black veins of fluid flowing through its body. You can see some muscle structures and some bones beneath that. It's hard to kind of really make it almost like a translucent kind of jellyfish with some kind of internal skeleton about it. It looks very brutish, very good. Brutish would be a good example of it. Here, I'll show you a portrait of it. And you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of goes, and it kind of turns around and it sees you, or it's beginning to turn in your direction. What do you wish to do?
What was that? Bonus action turn into a giant constrictor.
Okay. And we'll get to you in just a second. Back over to the group. Velis, you move in that direction where he was. Nothing happens when you get to where he was. And there was a momentary flash of purplish light that quickly faded away. And then you hear a mechanical grinding noise off somewhere in the complex. So I've got to resolve what happens with Urch, so y'all hang tight where you are, please.
Okay.
All right. Let me see here. I need to, let me clear combat real quick. Yes. Add to combat, if that's what you're going to do. I don't know yet. But just in case. In the combat tracker of a roll initiative, just to kind of keep the order in what you're going to do stuff. Urch.
All right. I'm going to go hit the head while this is resolving.
All right, Urch. It begins to turn around. It noticed a flash, but it hasn't seen you yet. What do you wish to do?
Turn into a giant constrictor.
Okay.
Snake and attack it.
All right. Let's see here. Just a constrictor snake is what I have. Is that? Do I have a giant? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Wild shape. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
And you're going to attack it? All right.
Yes. Let me find it. I'm going to constrict or try to. Is that? I need to. Let me see how it works. Where is grappled escape DC 16? Okay. Do I get advantage because it didn't see me, or
Yes.
shit? I did it blind. Okay.
Okay.
Jesus. So did it hit or a
13.
miss?
That is a miss. So
Okay.
you kind of wrap around, but its body not only is translucent, but it's also very slippery. And like whoosh, and it quickly, like almost like bloop, out of your grip, kind of like pops out like trying to hang on to like egg whites in your hand. It kind of just dripples through your fingers and stuff.
I don't have any fingers, but in
You know,
turn.
yeah, I know what I mean. All right. All right. So it definitely knows you're here now. With its big meaty arms, it swings a club towards the snake that's attacking it, and it goes, and it kind of echoes throughout the complex as it makes this club attack at the constrictor. Not enough room in my UI. Okay, so let's see here. It attacks you. Normal. Armor class 12. I rolled a 12. Unless it's different.
Armor class the same, so
12.
it hit.
Okay, so it does hit, and it will inflict 18 points of damage that hits you. This massive club slams against you. And then, let's see, on its multi-attack, is it 2 slams? Yeah, and it comes back around with a second slam attack at you.
Okay. Shit.
18, it's a hit. For 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And you currently are at
30.
30?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got to roll concentration. Shit. Forgot what do I get for mine? concentration.
What did you cast?
You got hit really hard twice.
Oh, wait, no, I don't have to call. I don't have to roll concentration. I'm just wild shape.
No.
Sorry. Okay. It just popped up. Okay, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm. Back around to your order.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, there's something up with that concentrator module.
God damn it.
That's a hit.
All right, I was blind again.
We'll change your thing.
I did. So it did 9 damage, and it needs to roll. And the target is grappled, escape DC 16. I'm assuming it would do it. It's grappled now.
Okay, and it's going to use its athletics to try to break free. So it adds its bonuses in there correctly. It does 23. You do not constrict it. You're not able to grapple it. It's
Well, I believe that it escape DC 16. So is it grappled and then it tries to escape, or I don't think it rolls to see if I grappled it. If the constrict is if I hit with a constrict, then it's automatically grappled.
Let me see what
So it would
says.
escape on its
Melee
turn.
attack does +6 hit, reach 5, 1 creature hit, 13 bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled. Escape DC 16. So on its turn, it makes it until the end of its grapple. Until this grapple ends, the creature is restrained, and the snake can't constrict another target. Okay, so it is grappled, but it has the chance on its turn to escape.
Okay, and it would be his turn. So
I'm gonna double check the grapple rule on that though. Zero, it can't benefit from the bonus with speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if it moves. Grapple creature. Grapple. Okay. We'll do it start of its turn then. Okay. As an action. All right. So it is currently restrained. I don't know if I have one for that. Let's see. Yeah, there it is restrained. Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. And while that's occurring, I'm going to go back up to the top. So what do y'all want to do at this point, guys?
Sorry, y'all. I needed a cocktail.
Okay, so in case you guys didn't catch that, Urch just disappeared in a flash of kind of
Right here, Urch went there, and then Urch gone.
Correct.
Did you try to go to the spot,
I did.
and it did not whisk you away?
It did not.
Is there some sort of hole or pit or wall or something? There's nothing there?
Yeah, I will investigate the whole area here.
Youthvoid kind of pipes up behind you and he goes, there are areas that occasionally will move you about. I hit one before, but they move randomly, it seems, or what seems to be random to me. I've not been able to hit the same one twice in the area.
Well, there you go. And I have seen a few flashes of purple light, like I saw when Urch vanished. So,
All right, so they just move you to another location in the maze?
When I hit one, I moved somewhere, well, actually where the orc was, but in a dead end area.
Well, this whole direction seems like a dead end area. So
Yeah, so we got to get out of here and go try somewhere to try to find Urch, because standing here, I don't think she's just going to come back.
I don't think so either. And
But you don't even know where to go look for her.
right.
Good point, Salty.
Wait, hey, so you said when you disappeared before, it was in the area. You reappeared in the area where I found you?
Yes.
Go
But-
back there.
Yeah, maybe.
I did not hit this area though, so it may not be the same area.
You got nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best lead we got.
Yeah, go back. Stupid floating blob.
Look out for that thing.
Yeah, we're looking out for that thing.
As you get there, Valis, you see another set of them. They've moved into this hallway and they seem to be examining the floor. A couple of them are examining the walls. One of them turns and notices. Are you invisible right now?
Yeah, I have not turned back visible.
Okay. What's the DC to spot you?
Well, I'm also, like I said previously, stealthing everywhere I go.
Well, make a check.
So,
Give me your stealth
guess-
check.
But yeah, I don't know. Does that mean I have advantage on stealth? They have disadvantage? to
Give
see
yourself
me?
advantage.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess they might could hear me. But stealth.
Let me make it public.
God damn it. I should have. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so you come around the corner, walking pretty briskly, trying to make your way back to your friends. The other spheres are kind of bobbling behind you. It's the wall. The spheres kind of float upward and all turn and look in your direction, but you realize they're not looking at you. They're looking at the other that broken sphere, kind of bumping along the wall behind you, that's following you.
Okay, well, I'll just back off and say, hey, hang back. There's another one of those spheres.
Okay, so you kind of speak up, saying that.
I quietly whispered it to D-Day.
I
Everything feels
will let that fly this time. All right, so you back up and tell, hang back. And as you move there, the sphere kind of bobbles towards you and just floats in the air. The other ones kind of move into the corridor and move towards that sphere that's damaged as all of y'all are standing in the corridor. What does Althea do?
Characteristically, she remains in the back quietly and stealthily.
Yeah, like she always do.
She charges in and attacks like she normally does. All right. Yeah, so while two of the floating spheres kind of start poking and examining the one that looks like it's not quite working right, a couple other ones float above it and look down the corridor in y'all's direction, but don't seem to move in y'all's direction. And you hear a zzz, zzz, kind of like the soundtrack right now. If you turn your volume up on the playlist, you would hear the noise.
I hear it.
Kind of has that weird kind of noise to it. And then they kind of float back down and continue to examine the one that's broken, which then moves away and tracks towards you, Avalis, but they don't seem to follow.
All right, well, that's the only way out. So we may have a fight on our hands here, D-Day.
They begin moving up and away from you and disappear around out of sight.
Well, never mind. They split. We keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, I will very cautiously peek around this corner.
Yeah, you see the exits and stuff. You hear back to the south behind you that, and you see sparks of blue light coming off in this direction over here.
Could be another one of those teleporter things.
But you don't see the spheres anywhere.
And the spheres are gone.
Just those spheres.
Yep.
All
Pretty
right.
sure this is the way out. Back this way.
The collective agrees.
You see the spheres around the corner. They're examining the wall again.
All right, I back up. LD Day. Spheres around the corner. They're examining the walls.
Spheres.
The sphere that's been kind of bobbling around with y'all is now seems to be following you, Doomsday.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but
Yeah, let's just keep making tracks to where we talked about going.
well, we
And try to go around these fucking things.
okay. Well, get your weapon ready.
Always.
All right, I guess we'll just. Stick close to the wall.
Okay. As you get to where it is, they kind of break apart the formation and kind of circle above you, and two in front of you and two above you kind of float around, and those tentacles kind of begin moving in your direction. You see the slight little coming off there, they're just like tendrils of energy and light. They seem to be moving towards you. What do you wish to do? But while you're trying to decide that, we're gonna go back to the south here, where Urch is.
South?
Yeah. So let's see. I think you attacked last, Urch. And
Yes, and he's grappled.
so he's going to try to break his grapple now. So we'll give him a athletics check.
You can take that earlier roll if you want.
Yeah, 22. DC, I think it breaks your grapple. Yeah. So he's free of your grapple. That's his action. Doesn't like this, and he moves away, which would give you an attack of opportunity if you want to take it.
Okay,
If you want to take it.
of course.
Okay.
Have you ever known any of us to not take an attack of opportunity?
19.
Yeah, that's a hit. For
12 points of damage, and he would be grappled again.
that's like a regular action. This is not an action. This is a reaction. So I'm gonna just make that call. And yeah, you do hit him, but he continues moving. Oh, he's not restrained anymore. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he moves to here, away from you. And it is now your turn. What do you wish to do, Urch?
Move into him.
Okay, so you slither along into the water. It begins to get deeper. You hear
Okay.
you hear it going, and then you hear another distinct up in the other direction. As it's shouting out, you hear what sounds like another response.
Okay, I'll move in the other direction. There's multiple. How's my movement? Okay.
So yeah, you slither up and around the corner here. So that's your move. Do you do additional move?
Yeah, I'll move again.
What's your vision
Okay.
as a constrictor? Do you know?
I believe I'm probably blind. I don't think he has none.
Yeah. All right.
You should take dark vision. That'll carry over to all your forms.
He's got blind sight 10 feet.
Okay. Blind sight. That's like from noise and vibrations. Yeah. The direction you're going seems, as you're moving, the echoes of the sound of you sliding against echoes back much quicker. It sounds like this is not a direction you want to go. Seems like it's a dead end or something.
Okay. What about to this way?
When you come around that corner, you can smell something. It smells like orc and blood.
Up ahead of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you move in that direction, you see the body you had found earlier, or that
Oh.
Avelis. But you also hear a loud, like a, almost like a bowling ball like sound, but something's hitting like really hard the stone walls of this structure and bouncing around somewhere off in the distance ahead of you. And you hear a loud.
Was it something I heard before?
No, you have not heard this noise before. It sounds much bigger and heavier than any noise and rolling sound. And it has these weird high pitches and chirps that are coming from it.
Okay. And I know that this is one I found before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That noise fades away, by the way. It gets you hear less of it.
Okay, I'll just keep slowly moving ahead.
All right. You going to say in your constrictor form?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Remember where they were.
So you move back into the room. You can sense and smell where people had been here before, and you can smell that odor of oil, petro kind of like in the air. But of course, you can't really see that far. Back to the other group.
All right. So I'm going to acrobatically tumble underneath these things.
All right. Give me acrobatics check.
Okay. Not athletics. Ugh.
Okay. So you begin trying to move beneath them, but as you do, a couple of their tendrils reach out and like slide across your body as you're moving past them, and you can feel them like a thief would feel your pockets for stuff. They're like feeling across you, trying to find something. Let's see what
I am invisible.
I know. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of pass through this. These arms are like, these little tendrils are feeling all along the walls and the floor. And as you pass through them, they rub across your body. And when that happens, a couple of them kind of chirp really loud, and the bluish color in the tendrils brighten up suddenly. What'd you get? A 9. You do move past them, though. And then they begin, quickly feeling the walls and the floor, but you manage to get past them. I mean, you weren't stopped by their tendrils. Doomsday, you see this going on, and you hear, you think that might be a Velis, but you don't know. What do you do? They seem more interested in the ceiling and of the floor here. They're all like turned in that direction, feeling along the floor and stuff. They don't see you behind them, apparently.
All right, I'm going to, however looks best to me, I'm going to make an attempt to get around this thing, whether it's flatten myself up against the wall or crawl on the ground or jump over it. I don't really know what the best of these sorts of options would be for me, but I'm going to choose the one that appears to be the best and make an effort at that.
All right. Which one?
I don't know, because I don't know what the scene looks like. If the thing is high and there's clearance down below.
So there's most of these are like, right now they're closer to the ground. They'd be like the height of a desk, and they're like the size of bowling balls. There's 4 or 5 of them, sorry, and they're kind of like floating and moving around, and their tendrils are like edge of the walls and the floor, like something moved below them, and they're trying to find it again. You could somersault over them, maybe.
Yeah, I will. I'll take the cue from Vel here. I will athletically leap over it.
Them. All right, a swarm, basically. All right, make a check. You can make it public.
Oof. 14.
All right. Yeah, you manage to clear them, land on the other side, but you're not invisible, and so you like, you land, and they immediately kind of all stop searching the ground, look up at you, and the tendrils begin reaching out towards you. What's Salazar? Go ahead.
I ease away from the tendrils.
All right. They kind of move forward. The tendrils are like raking across your body. They don't seem to discharge. You said because it's a weird kind of static electricity kind of feeling. Your hair kind of stands up as they get near you, but they seem to be like searching you or going across your body looking for stuff as you begin moving away from them. They don't immediately follow, so you're able to get some distance between you. Actually, they were here, weren't they? Yeah. And I didn't mean to move them by accident. But as you move past them and get away from them, they don't continue because now one of them has noticed Salazar behind it, and they begin like reaching out to examine him. Euphoid just moves past them. They don't seem to pay him much attention. And the other sphere kind of bounces in behind Althea and Salazar. What does Salazar do?
Hell. He is noticed by it, right?
Yes. And the tendrils are beginning to reach out towards him.
He does have a good dexterity.
Yeah. If he can he try to
You can try anything you like.
acrobatic around him?
He certainly can try to, flip and whatever between them. Is he trained in in acrobatics?
No.
He does not succeed. So he tries to make his way past them, but he accidentally hits the other floating sphere behind him, knocks him sideways just a little bit, and he kind of sprawls out. And when that happens, the tendrils reach down and begin moving across his body. And we're going to look at his inventory here.
He's got like 23 daggers.
He does. So, wow, he's got a lot of shit. So we have weapons, equipment. We have consumables, tools,
What the hell's that?
containers, and loot. So roll a d6.
Oh, you gonna make me lose some of his shit?
Roll a d6. Find out what category it is.
Daggers. Odds are a dagger will get stolen.
Three.
Three.
1, 2, 3. It's consumable. And he has how many consumables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 consumables. Roll me a d10.
No wonder why he's always a little spacey. Running around with all these consumables.
Hold on, that was the wrong one. Three.
Crossbow bolts. Okay, so you kind of tumble, trying to get through them. You hit one of them by accident, and you kind of flail out. Some of the tendrils reach down and they pull out 3 crossbow bolts, and they immediately open that little compartment, and again that black void, and you get a good view of it. Salty does, and you watch as the tendrils put them in there, and they disappear into the darkness, and it goes and it closes. And so he lost 3 bolts. So he currently
Okay.
So those
Got
are
17.
Are those his magical bolts they just grabbed?
He's got 2 different kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, +2, yeah. So he lost all 3 of the magical bolts.
Oh, come on. Take 3 of his normal ones. He's not here.
Sorry.
It was Urch was controlling you. Wasn't me.
I'm gonna put.
I think it's a character. I don't think it's Ed. The
Right?
character just
I'm
is
gonna-
cursed.
I'm gonna put 0 on that, and y'all can tell him what happened.
Oof.
Right.
All right. And that happens, and the other ones begin to, like towards him, like ooh, toys. They seem excited and buzzing more as they were able to pull something off of you.
He
And
really wants to magic.
Little fucking thieves.
do you scramble away from them or go back? You go towards your party members or away from your party members to get away from them?
Towards
You
party
go.
members.
All right. All right, so you can move towards them. So I'll say I'll put you right about here. About here. And
You
there-
know Thea's going to swing.
Oh, I don't know. Althea, what do you do? Oh,
Well, it's a little crowded up there.
it is. Y'all can.
So
So I say everybody else can make half their move down the corridor if they want.
I'm just gonna wait until things progress.
Okay.
Can we take 5
Sure.
in a
Excellent.
minute?
Sure.
Love
I just want to make a drink.
Go ahead.
cloud of smoke.
I need to have a drink too.
I'm enjoying this little maze.
I don't know. It's it seems kind of tedious. I'm not sure how I like it.
It's tedious, but I enjoy going against stuff that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, and I was trying to decide how much random encounters do you throw into one of these things or not. It's kind of bizarre. I really don't know. And my other group's going through another maze that I did also for them. I'm curious how they're going to deal with it.
Are they playing the same campaign or a different one?
Different one. I'm really wanting to run Descent into Avernus, which is a one of the D&D modules. It's in the Forgotten Realms. You end up going to the hells basically, and have to free a city and all kind of weird stuff. It looks really interesting. But I don't have
Could
that.
you do it with these characters, or would you have to start new characters?
It has to be new characters. But yeah. But I don't have the bandwidth to run 3 freaking games at one time.
Hell no.
But it does look fun. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. The pacing of these things is weird. I just don't know if I like them or not. Thought I'd give it a try.
Especially when you got to separate us.
Yeah, that's also an experiment.
So Sharon's Texas State, they opened up it's not you got to sign up and you got to get in for a vaccine, but they opened it up to people 50 and over.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's starting on Monday.
So Jay, you're in. 50,
I'm in.
50 and over. Welcome.
I'm in also. So
Yeah.
Made it by. Won't even be quite a month. Let's see, what would it be?
All right. So who's up? Althea?
yeah, so it's kind of. I mean, do y'all want to do it like a initiative order here, or do y'all just want to kind of keep it free form right now?
We're just kind of
Right?
in the order that we're marching along.
Okay.
Well, everybody needs to move forward a little bit so she can get around them if she's going to.
I'm waiting on Belle to move.
What's Althea going to do, by the way?
She is going to try to snake past these
Okay.
squirrely thieving motherfuckers.
So yeah, y'all can all move your characters half your move.
Well, the game's paused.
Not anymore.
So 5, 10, 15. Let's do more here.
All right. So, Velas, as you're moving down a corridor, you see a red beam kind of sweep down the corridor and up the walls and back and around, and it literally is like a laser, like through the hallway. And down at the end, you see this very large metallic sphere, and it's kind of stopped and it's rolling. It comes to a stop, and it stops. It's got all these jagged-looking, sharp razor blades sticking out of its body and arms. It's quite large. It fills the corridors up completely. You couldn't jump over it, go under it, because it fills from the bottom up to the floor to the ceiling. It's just this long, large sphere, barely squeezed into these corridors. Very tight, and it comes rolling around the corner, bumps into the walls, and stops. And it's kind of like looking around. You think maybe.
All right. Althea's going to make an athletic move to get
Okay.
over these motherfuckers.
Is it headed north?
Yeah. Well, it stopped right over here. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's like in this.
I can
direction.
see it. It's moving north. Okay.
Yeah, and you, well, your vision's kind of short. I don't know what you can see as a player. Guess I could look at your views. Anyway, it hasn't seemed to notice you yet. It's like it's processing or making a decision. You're not sure. You've never seen anything like this. It doesn't even look like Euphoid. It has a very warlike appearance. Its armor plating is very aggressive. It's got spikes in it and grooves. You can see there's gashes in it. It's been around for some time, apparently, the way it looks. Its body is definitely scratched up and banged up. And Euphoid goes, "Oh, I've never seen that before." And suddenly he goes to vanishes.
Yeah, of course it does.
What's his name? Eucloid?
Foyd. Euphoid.
Boyd, okay. That's what I thought.
You feel something brush past you, Doomsday and Avelis, but you don't hear anything. But you feel like a slight brush against you. All right, Althea. What was her check?
23.
Oh yeah, she made it. Yep. And then the other ones kind of bobble around behind her. What do y'all do?
Ursh is going to keep moving
Okay. So Ursh,
northish.
yeah, as you move, Urch, go ahead and move yourself where you want to be. Can you? All right, there you go.
I don't know, it won't move. I can't see well enough.
You're hitting a wall. That's why.
Okay.
Do smaller moves.
Yeah.
Or move square by square. You can also just do that too. Yeah, as you're moving forward, you see this thing. It actually radiates a little bit. Let me image
Light it up.
a little bit. I'll find it. Yeah. As
Okay.
it kind of illuminates the area around it.
What size is it? A large?
Yeah, barely fits in these hallways. So you come slithering around the corner. When you do that, you kind of like the armored sword-like scimitar-ish legs clank, and it kind of turns around and looks in your direction. It doesn't move forward, and you don't see an obvious eye anywhere like Euphoid has, but it's definitely looking in your direction. You just don't know how.
Okay.
And then you hear a noise that's spinning, and you see a spinning blade slowly come out of its bottom half of its body, and it against the stones below it, and it looks like it's preparing to move in your direction.
Okay.
So the rest of y'all up north, what do y'all want to do?
Okay. Well, do I see Urch?
Do you?
I can barely see.
You see a giant snake moving along the ground that suddenly stops and is like looking at this large construct ahead of you, and the construct reacts with a spinning blade, a saw blade that kind of comes out the front of it towards the ground and is like grinding and sending sparks everywhere as it seems to be making motions to move towards the snake.
All right. I've seen Urch in this
Yeah.
snake form before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any other snakes. You think I would know that's Urch? Or Belle would know that?
I mean, it could probably go either way.
What do you think, D-Day?
What?
Did you see this thing, right?
No.
Why don't you take a step forward?
Oh, look at that. Party time.
All right, shall we dance?
All right, I'm going to go up and hack it with my great axe.
Euphoid appears and steps aside. He goes, "It is very dangerous. I have looked at it." Is he?
Yeah, we can see that from here.
All right. Well, hey, before we do this, I will cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
So he was warning us not to fight it. But we're going to do it anyway.
Hey,
Rolling initiative.
We'll have a chat with it.
I mean, I could try to talk to it.
We'll try her.
All right. Initiative.
And are you? Yeah. Initiative, please.
Oh, shit. I thought I rolled.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, what do you want to do, Urch?
Move forward and try to grapple it or try to constrict it.
Move forward, kind of grab it. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. All right. You're going to move forward and kind of constrict a machine with spinning and whirling blades. All right.
Carefully.
Okay. All right. 1 second. And so you move in. As you approach the creature, you automatically take creatures within 5 feet of this creature take 1d8 slashing from the whirling blades and stuff around its body. So
Okay.
I will make a d8 roll for you.
Sounds like he's gonna chew me up.
And you take 1 point of damage as you kind of slide in between the blades and stuff, and you begin wrapping around it. It's large. You can't actually get around the edges of it because it fills the corridor too much. So you're kind of hanging on to it and stuff because remember it hits the roof also. Because it kind of, well, not quite the full roof. And so you're having a hard time getting around it because it's the same size, considered large creature.
I'm huge.
Okay. And so you're like trying to get around it, and you're finding this thing is terribly difficult to constrict. But go ahead and you can make your constricting attack if you like.
All right. 19.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're going to need a much higher number than that to actually succeed in doing a constriction. But you can attack it for damage for sure, but wrapping its body up is not going to seem like the way it's designed. It's really meant to kind of foil those types of attacks.
Okay. In turn.
All right. Now you did attack it. 19 hits, but as far as constricting it, no.
All right, so you want me to just do damage?
You can do damage, yes. 9 points of
9.
damage. Okay.
At least Bell will have.
Let me check its features real quick. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you hit it, and in doing so, you take damage from some of the blades. But yeah, you weren't able to successfully wrap yourself around it. You kind of back off to the side of it. Anything else you wish to do, Mr. Urch?
No.
Miss Urch? Okay. Avelis.
So this was not. It's not just one big blade. There's all kinds of blades that are spinning
It's got
around.
whirling, spinning blades. It has one particular saw blade along the floor in Urch's direction. Yeah, it's got swirling blades and arms. And its segments of its body kind of twist and shift in a weird Rubik's Cube kind of way, but it's a circular pattern. Think of like what's the Hellraiser where they had that sphere you could move and adjust and all that. It's kind of like that. As it moves and adjusts different segments, the arms kind of move around and they're swirling and scraping the walls and sparks are flying everywhere. It's quite a chaotic scene full of chaos about it.
Okay.
Euphoid moves behind you, Doomsday. And bouncing down the hallway, you see the spheres kind of following along, making their way towards Althea. And of course, the malfunctioning ones are right behind her, right here. The other ones, not quite there yet, or approaching, but they haven't gotten all the way there yet. So anyway, Avelis, what do you do? And you are invisible right now.
Well, I cast mirror image. Which would
You're
have
not
made
invisible anymore then. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. Seems like going toe to toe with this thing might be deadly based on what I just saw happen to that snake, huh?
You're not sure. I mean, the snake did hit it. Avelis, you did. If it is Urch, did hit it, but it didn't take damage. And you saw the creature, the snake, try to wrap around it, but because of its body segment spinning and moving and shifting, it just couldn't get a firm hold on it. It just like constantly moving and shifting within its body.
I do have Urch's intelligence, so if I see Vel, I'll try to motion to him with my snake head. You know.
The snake's hissing and stuff in your direction.
All right. Well, fuck it. I'll just go for this and see what happens. Bear claws. I will charge up.
All right. Roll a d8 for damage as soon as you get within 5 of it.
Okay, so learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, run right into the blades.
Pretty much. If you're within 5 feet of it, you take a d8.
Big. Okay.
And if you start your turn there, you take a d8. Take
So
4
that's four.
points of slashing damage as these blades are all about you. It's not pleasant. It's disorienting.
This is not syncing up to D&D Beyond.
Do I not have the thing turned on? Let me check. I may have the extension turned off. This is a different one. Settings.
All right. Well, I'm still going to take a poke at it with my rapier.
Okay.
And since I'm flanking it, I get advantage.
Where are the extensions?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Does that count as an attack against me? Can I uncanny dodge that?
Should be able to.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I enabled extensions now. Let me see. Do I need to click on it?
Let's see what.
All right. So the extensions is enabled now. So it's attack.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
It's under a feature, and it says any creature that starts its turn or moves within 5 feet of the creature takes slashing damage.
Okay, so that's not an attack. All right, that's fine. Still gonna poke it with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it! I gotta turn that shit off. Is that a setting that I can change?
What?
All of this exposition about my sword.
I don't see it on mine.
God, I do. It's a fucking novel.
I don't see it. I think I changed something, but I think you can do it on your environment.
Okay, does the 25 hit?
So you go to settings and module settings. 25. Unfortunately, it hits. Yes.
Okay, and I think 40. That ain't right. God damn it. Let's just see what it does. There should have been one more D8 of damage there.
I see 46, 1d4 minus 1 plus 1d8.
Yeah, I had to do that to make an adjustment for something that wasn't right. It should have been 2d8.
Okay.
I need to get in here early and fix this.
Okay, so
33.
apply damage and apply damage. Okay, yeah, you do hit it. Shink, shink, shink. One of the little metal arms that's swinging around, and it goes, gets sucked back into the body, and one of the little discs that's coming out of, the iris is shut as it goes back into its body.
Okay, and I will bonus action disengage and step back 5 feet.
Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Althea, you're up next. Salazar, you're on deck. Althea, you're up. Salazar, you're on deck.
Okay, Althea is going to action Hunter's Mark. Then move up to here and Dread Ambusher.
All right.
And fire off the longbow.
Dread Ambusher. 24. That's a hit.
So this should be.
So 4 plus 2. Not quite sure how to do what she does.
It's all set up right.
So she does piercing damage. 1d8 plus 3. I don't know what Dread Ambusher does. Let's see what it says. Dread Ambusher. Start of your first turn. Each combat 10 feet, which lasts you take the attack action on that turn. You can make one additional weapon attack as part of the action. If the attack hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 damage of weapon damage. So I guess you make 2 attacks.
Yeah, so
So the first one does piercing damage. What does she roll here? 1d8 plus 3. So it's 4 points of damage in the first attack. The second attack, and then the second attack is the same thing, but an additional 1d8, looks like to me.
so it looks like she's doing 4
For the crossbow.
plus the 2 for Dread Ambusher, plus the 2 for Hunter's Mark. So that's 8 on the first attack.
All right. I'm not sure about all that, but okay. All right.
And then second attack,
21, it hits.
21 for 10 points of damage. And then so the way I've seen it work, she gets 2 attacks around normally, and when she does Dread Ambusher, she gets a third. That gives her the third attack.
Yeah.
That's how she does 3 attacks on every first turn of hers.
All right. Dread Ambusher.
Do another longbow.
16 misses.
All right, so 2 out of 3 hit. And then she's just going to kind of duck around this corner a little bit.
Okay.
End turn.
All right. Well, I rolled really bad on initiative. It's a bummer. Salazar, you're up. Doomsday, you're on deck.
All right, I will move up to this space right here and Scorching Ray it. So it's 3. This was the first one. God damn it. 10.
Misses. Yeah, the Scorcher Ray just kind of off its armor side.
19.
That hits.
2 damage for it. 5 and 1 more attack. God damn it. 11.
5 and 11.
11 is the third attack. The third Scorching Ray. That hit.
Misses.
Okay, so 5 points total.
You notice your fire-based Scorching Ray. It is yeah. It doesn't seem
effective.
to do it hits and does some damage, just not as much as you're used to seeing against
Okay, got you.
both. Okay. And so Salazar, Doomsday, and then Euphoid.
Void. All right. Bonus action Rage.
Uh-huh.
And then, let's see. Move up to here. I'm assuming, since you said this thing is so huge, I can throw a harpoon like over Belle's head.
Yes. Just don't critical fumble.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, a 22
That's a hit.
for 12 plus. I didn't turn on the rage for 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And I don't know if it sticks or what, anything like that, but I'm just going to let the chain fall and harpoon again.
Okay. It does stick into it. All right. 26 is a hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay. And y'all have done some insane damage to this thing in short order. The harpoon that's stuck into it, where it's stuck, it kind of goes, you hear a loud grinding noise as the harpoon suddenly, and it's like the segments that it hit are pulling the harpoon into it, and you hear crashing and smashing and breaking sounds. That harpoon is destroyed, and it's like just eats it up as it goes inside of it. You see some of the metal wounds go as it eats the metal from the harpoon. Seems to kind of be healing itself a little bit.
End turn.
All right, Euphoid doesn't do anything. He goes,
What?
He goes, you perhaps you should not be engaged with this. It seems dangerous. And then he goes invisible again.
Wow.
All right, so it heals. All right, some of the wounds heal on its body, and it does a series of attacks now.
Great.
It will do 2 arm attacks against the snake that's engaged against it, and then it will do a spear launcher attack after that. So let's do the arm blades attacks. First one against Urch. Normal. I rolled really bad. 12 versus your armor class. That hits.
That hits.
It does 23 points of damage.
All right.
The next arm blade attack. Boom.
Same person.
It hits. Yeah. And that one does 22 points of damage. So let me click on the constrictor. Arm blade
That
damage.
knocks me out.
All right. And then the second attack.
Wait.
All right. And so you take additional damage beyond what your
Yeah. Hold on. So 16 to Urch.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you open your character sheet, Urch, double click on your token on the map, you'll see in the title bar of your character sheet, restore. Do you see that? Restore transformation. Click that.
On my character sheet.
Yeah, double click the icon on the map. Your character sheet will open up. On the title bar of that window, you'll see restore. So you'll see the close in the upper right-hand corner of your character sheet. You'll
Okay.
see token
okay, got it.
sheet and restore transform. All right.
Did it work? Yep. All right.
Yep. You're back to normal now. You're still kind of weird looking in combat, right? Yeah, but that's okay. All right. And then it hurls a spear, and it will do it at Avelis. All right. So its body kind of lurches back for a second, and an iris opens up right in the center of its sphere. And you see some lightning like around this hole. But instead of a lightning attack, though, a spear hurls out towards you, Avelis.
Okay.
Taking
Let me see if it attacks me or the mirror image. 20, 6 or higher.
$11. What you rolled?
Yep. So it hits my mirror image.
It rolled a 14 to attack.
That hit. So one of my mirror images is now popped.
Okay. And then it will shift that way a bit. And yep, that's it. Back to the top of the round, we have Urch and then Avelis. Urch, what do you do?
Well, I guess I'm 5 feet within it, right? So I had to roll
1d8. Uh-huh.
God damn it.
Eight points of damage. That's I'm sorry. All right, what do you do? So Urch, you're like out of your snake form, and the snake form is kind of melts off of Urch. It's this eerie looking magical effect, right? And you see like you're shedding your skin almost, and it kind of falls away and turns to ash all about you. And then
Right.
a blade goes into you. And you're like, oh, you caught off guard slightly back. What does Miss Urch do?
I move away from it.
Okay, take a 5-foot step back. You draw an attack of opportunity from it. It will take the opportunity attack, and it will use its arm blade to attack you. 18 versus your armor class.
That misses.
All right.
All right.
Well, you did move back, didn't you? You went way back.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I will cast.
Oh wait, I forgot. The thing moved last turn, didn't it?
It's shifted 5 feet.
Yeah. Then it takes a 2d8 damage from the booming blade.
Oh. Okay. Roll 2d8 real quick.
Do that.
What kind of damage is this, by the way?
Thunder.
Okay.
5 more points of. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth.
All right. That's something I haven't heard before. Sounds like a really bad problem.
And we'll do it
My music stopped. What's going on with it? Let's see
Right.
here.
there. All right, so it needs a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw.
DC 14. It does have advantages on dexterity, just to let you know. Saving throw? Oh no, that's ability checks. Never mind. So it's just straight normal. Okay. 7.
All right, misses.
Choose the point where you can blah blah. The ground within the fountain churned earth.
So it takes 18 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and all that area is difficult terrain now.
Okay.
In turn.
Okay. All right. Avelis, you're up. Althea, you're on deck.
All right. Well, I'm not getting close to that thing again because that hurt. So I guess the best I've got is fire an arrow at it. Wait, that might heal it. Well, there's not much metal on an arrow.
Your call.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just fire an arrow. I'm in my spell book, not my inventory. There's my longbow. There it is. .22 hit.
A 22 does hit.
Okay. For 9.
Piercing damage? Okay.
Yep.
9. Yeah, so your arrow goes, slams right into the creature, right between the joints, and does an impressive amount of damage to it when it hits. You're very pleased by it.
Oh, sweet.
But it does begin devouring your arrow, wood and arrow, tip and all. It's kind of like into its guts inside of it. All right, you take a step back. Althea, Salthazar, you're on deck.
Okay, so Althea's gonna move up, and I guess pass through friendly, so that's going to take some of her movement away.
No, actually, no. I was reading about that. It doesn't count as hard terrain. Difficult terrain.
I read that it did.
Wow, you want to? I was reading some posts online about it. Maybe I misunderstood it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to see whatever you read.
Well, was that a raw where you read that?
It's been a while back.
Yeah.
So first
Normally,
shot,
I say it's difficult terrain, but maybe I misunderstood the article. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I.
Let's see if you can find it real quick. 28 hits. You did. What is all this? 11.
The 14 a miss.
Pyroxene.
14 is a miss, and then crit for 14 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So you're like, whack. Many of the segments that were spinning lock up and freeze in place as the arrow hits and just jams certain areas of the gears and movements, and his body kind of jerks violently when it hits it. And its legs are now going clank, 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 clank on the ground. Like it's trying to decide what it wants to do. All right.
Yeah,
That was Althea, Salazar? Or is that
Doesn't
all?
Okay.
Hang
She
on.
doesn't have enough movement to get back, so she was just going to end turn.
Okay.
There.
Salazar.
All right. He is going to throw a cold chromatic orb.
Okay.
He's going to do it 3rd level.
What area was difficult terrain of your spell? How big was it?
20-foot radius. So pretty much like 10 below Althea, 20 down. Oh,
Got it.
25.
Let's see here. Width.
Yeah.
20?
It's a little bigger than 20 by 20, but
I don't know. Can't really tell.
So he wants it to be further down.
I know, but I'm trying to get it aligned here, and it's a little 5, 10. Really?
Gotcha.
Oh, it won't let me adjust it. Damn it. Alright, let me do there. 5, 10. Oh, something like that, but not quite. Kind of like that.
yeah, that's good.
I can put it higher if you want, like that.
No, I think it was Belle was like right where below her.
Yeah, I was.
And I did
yeah,
it. So
right
I
on
did
the
it
edge
right.
of it.
Yeah. So I think I did it there. I may have done it or 5 to the west, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, right there.
All right.
Okay, so 25 to hit with the cold chromatic orb.
Yes.
Fuck. It rolled. Okay, 28 damage.
That- What the fuck?
He did
Well,
that.
I saw 2. I thought there was 2 damage rolls, but 28 damage.
I
He
do
did
20.
a level 3.
I think that's high. Let me
I
see
did.
here. 3 to 8 damage of your type choice.
I did a
And-
level 3, so it was 5 3d8. I think.
Okay. All right. All right. So 28 points of damage.
I'm burning all the salties spell slots.
So,
Yeah. So you hit it, and some of the arms that are spinning and moving halt their movement. It looks worse for wear, but it doesn't go down yet. All right.
Shit.
Doomsday.
Alright. Doomsday just fucking runs up with the great axe.
Into the difficult terrain area, right? For your spell.
Yep.
Anything else when you enter that zone? You enter it, you take 1d8 points of damage.
Alright. Roll
Slashing.
that up. I'm raging, so roll that up and we'll do half.
I think
Oh,
you
if
roll
you're
it.
raging, I should just roll more for the hell of it. There we go. 4.
2.
Yes. Is there any other effects when he gets into that area of your spell?
No, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay. All right, Ert.
It's just a bunch of rocks from where I
Okay.
exploded the ground.
Sure.
All right, so Urch backed off, so it's no longer flanking, right?
Right.
All right, I am going to use the whatever the hell the thing is that gives me advantage. I forget what it's called right now. I'm going to use my reckless attack.
Oh!
I'm going to go reckless.
Reckless raging.
Reckless rage. And and meat cleaver at it. Oh, a 21
That hits.
for 20 points of damage.
How do you do this?
Oh man. So coming through, squeezing through past Althea with the great axe like this, and then come into that open space and just freaking baseball whack it.
All right. So yeah, you come past Althea. You begin whirling your weapon around. Your veins are just swelled up in your neck because you're just purely raged. And you move in. They take a slash at you. You just totally ignore it. It doesn't even seem to phase you. And as you slam down hard with your weapon, right into its bent metal where it's been taking some hits from y'all, it cracks into its inner carapace and of its structures. And you get a glance of the inside of it, and there's all these tubes and wires and fluids and gears moving around about and sparks of energy just for a moment. And as that happens, you hear a boom, and the thing explodes as you hit it. And as you kill it,
Sorry, kids.
Oh, good job, D-Day.
Well, we'll see what's about to happen.
all right.
I know last mechanical thing we killed wasn't so great.
No.
All right. So it explodes. Give me a saving throw, DC 15 Dex. Boom.
30-foot cone. Ray of jagged metal in a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, it gets Doomsday, Althea, and who is that? Salthazar?
No.
Here?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Okay. So it goes boom like a cannon in your direction from the attack you got on it. If you make your save,
23.
you'll take half damage, I think. Oh, yeah, half damage. So here we go. Shrapnel
What do we need
damage.
to make?
Your DC was a 15 Dex.
All right, I made a 22.
The shrapnel damage from this explosion is 22 points of damage, or 11 if you made your save.
All right, I'll take 6.
What about Althea? Althea,
Whoever's
can I
running
roll
her.
hers? I don't think she made it.
She has some weird abilities too. Sometimes I think on Dex saves, doesn't she? I thought. Is that another
She-
game?
She does, but it's just a +6.
Okay.
And I guess if I'm rolling with advantage for Doomsday, it automatically puts advantage on for Althea. So she rolled a 12. What was the target?
Where was that? 15
15.
All right, so she takes the 22.
points of damage. Okay, you gonna apply that to her? Or you want me to do it?
She's lucky if you want to use one of those.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I wouldn't.
We're gonna use
I
luck.
guess.
All right, re-roll,
Well,
please.
he's over there pulling out all the stops for Salty, and then fucking lucky. All right, it's not letting me mark anything on her character sheet.
and what? And
It
Foundry?
should do it.
I'm not using Foundry.
Oh, I don't know if you have control of it in D&D Beyond.
Probably not in D&D Beyond.
It's let me do rolls and shit, but it's not.
Oh, it did?
It's let me do rolls, but it's not letting me like adjust anything on her character sheet, like to use a lucky.
Yeah, that's just I think a view. All right.
Oh,
So 22 points of damage.
still not lucky.
Oh well. Tried.
Yeah,
So I can't adjust her hit points.
I got it. All right. All right, yeah. So she's like, slams against the wall, takes damage. She desperately tries to get away. It doesn't happen. And then as soon as this thing is like shoots out shrapnels that explode out in that direction, you immediately see the walls and the floor where it's kind of at. Those green stripes of energy kind of glow brightly. You see it just kind of like disassembling, like, and it begins this folding into the ground, becoming part of the structure again. And for a second there, Doomsday, something catches your eye. You remember when it shot that spear out towards, the javelin out towards Avelis? You see what appears to be like a pack of those, but one of them is like coursing with electricity up and down it as suddenly it's vanished and gone from sight.
There's a javelin there, or disappeared?
For a moment, of a pack of about 6 javelins that were inside of it, one of them seemed to be coursing with electricity.
But I can't try to grab it.
No, it just like you saw it, and then it was this material. It was discombobulated into the structure itself.
Just teasing you.
Yeah, it was a tease.
All right. Well, looks like we're all hurt.
Not bad though. Yep, that did pretty good. I think Avelis did really well. Look at that. He's barely hurt.
Barely hurt.
Well, he hides a lot.
I did it to myself.
He ran right in.
He did this time, didn't he?
And then he ran right out.
He did that with a water elemental one time too. It didn't work out too well, if I remember correctly.
He only ran in because there was a giant constrictor on the other side of him.
All right, so
That made it worthwhile.
Doomsday doesn't need a rest. I don't know about anybody else.
Well, I mean, we need some healing.
Yeah, Urch and Althea are pretty bad off. I mean, Althea's at what, 50%? A little over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little over too. Salty's down 25%.
Yeah, I guess if we're going around here looking for these dangerous, if we ran into 1 or 2 more of those fucking things, we might have a little trouble.
Avelis, roll me a D6, please.
Who?
Avelis.
I was just going to turn around and tell this thing to back off.
Oh, we might have to go. We might have to throw down with these motherfuckers.
2, 1 to
You
equipment.
steal your shit. Oh,
So,
he's going to try to steal your
1,
shit.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll a D6, and that number is what it takes from your equipment list. So dust of appearance, glamour and armor. Probably can't get that, so we'll just say it doesn't get that one. So yeah, 1. Your dust of disappearance is snagged by it, and it goes into one of the voids of the things.
Do we just need to bash these fuckers?
Maybe so.
What do you take?
The dust of disappearance?
They're just gonna keep following us around and stealing shit. This is gonna be bad.
Where's my fucking shit?
All right, I put a 0 on it for you, at least in the Foundry.
All right, I'd say out the fucking way. Let's bash this thing.
Remember, it's a swarm of them.
Oh, I thought there was only 2 here.
No. One of them, the one right here. This one here is the damaged one. All right, I'll put him there. And this is the swarm of the ones that keep like pilfering on your bodies.
Can you somehow indicate which one's which?
Yes.
So I can keep an eye on that one?
I will do this. I will put
like damage the damaged one or something? Or that's fine.
I'll put a rage symbol on it.
Okay.
And
Hey, you motherfucker, give me that back.
oh, you hear back from it.
Step away from it.
All right.
That fucking thing's something for me. I'm gonna swing at it.
Yeah, Salty looks moving away too.
All right.
All right. I think we should mean, we're fairly close to the entrance that we came in. We can possibly head out and take a short rest.
I'm fine with that.
So where are we going?
Back out.
Out, or just a little out?
Well, we can go a little out. I mean, we're right here where we bought those.
I think Urch is proposing we go back out of the labyrinth into the cave.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
So
Where we last saw.
it's only been a couple of hours since y'all rested, took a long rest. So you can't possibly take a long rest right now.
No, I just want to take a short rest so we can heal up.
Okay. Let me do something real quick. All right. 1 second.
But I tell you what, if those fucking things follow us out into that cave, we're just gonna sit there long resting while they steal our shit. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. So as y'all move, they follow you as you make your way out of the cavern complex towards the common area where you want to rest.
What is their speed?
How
I
far?
mean, they seem to.
Do what?
How fast can they move?
They seem to be following at a good little clip with y'all. The other one
And
bumps against the wall, grinds every once in a while, things of that sort. Let's see here. So that says 7 a.m. I need to go 1, 2. So currently it's 9:01 a.m.
okay, and how many are there total in the swarm?
About 5. And that one that's kind of bumbling along makes 6, but it doesn't seem to be part of the collective anymore. Like I said, it has a little bit of scorch damage here and there on it.
All right. Well, if they're gonna keep following us, then we need to take them out. You guys want to stop here and?
Yeah, I think if we're gonna, if we're gonna pursue combat with these things, we only got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's moving it, everybody?
I am. I said they were going towards the exit.
Yeah, we're gonna do that anyway.
Don't forget about Urch.
Where is Urch?
Urch is south just a little bit.
She's stuck behind him now. Put her here.
What?
All
I
right.
don't want to be within reach of that thing.
You're not. Although the other one is with
Oh,
y'all,
yeah.
but it's not. It doesn't seem to be trying to take things from y'all. Just that's the
Right.
ones.
Because it's defective.
All right, well, we can put that to the group when we're all back next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, are we just gonna sit around and be pilfered, or are we gonna freaking throw down?
So, question: what do y'all think of the of a maze like this? I'm curious what y'all's opinions are.
It's. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I like it. It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's different. You know, it's not another set of goblins that we're attacking, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm enjoying it.
It's intriguing.
But I like that there are options about which way to go, and it's not just like you're just wandering down this meandering hallway that goes back and forth, and then you run into something. You have choices about which way to go. And try
I'm
to-
disappointed in our new friend.
Euphoid?
Yep.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, I can see how he lasted 200 years. Just let somebody else fight all his fights.
Well, yeah. That's dangerous. I think I'm gonna disappear for a while. Poof.
Yeah. All right, I tell the group to what I discovered when I teleported. That I obviously found the water area. And did I know what those creatures were?
No.
Did I recognize them at all?
No.
Okay, well I just described them to them.
So they were viscous-looking creatures that have an endoskeleton, if you will, You can see the veins and the organs kind of pumping like a, those weird translucent fish, as you can see their hearts and stuff kind of pumping, and they have that fluorescent blood flowing through their bodies, kind of like that. And they're slimy, and it was hard for him to get a constriction on them. He could, but it was just hard. Not as hard as that metal sphere, but yeah, that's kind of what it was. It was pretty tough.
Yeah. So how do we do experience points for tonight? How do you want to do that?
Yeah, give me a second here. I can calculate that for you really quick. Let's see here. All right, so let's see. Let me get a spreadsheet here real quick. Excel. Don't fuss at me, computer. Just do what I tell you.
Is everybody at what is it, 23, 132?
Should be at 24.5 now.
24.5. Okay.
I think Warren posted that in the Greyhawk chat, and
I did.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yeah, I somehow got excluded from that one.
Well, you should have been a member of it, man.
Fill out your membership paperwork.
Yep. In triplicate. We got a long way to go to 8th level.
Yeah. That's all right. We got a lot of high-level creatures to fight.
So what do we have? 6 players, is that right?
We have 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Unless you're giving Eufoid XP, which I don't think he deserves.
Agreed.
Yep. Fuck him.
1,280 experience points each.
1,280
Each.
So what are we at?
That puts us up to 25,780.
We're getting there. What the hell is that?
Sweetness. All right, kids. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Y'all have a good evening.
Wait a minute. I gave myself way too much hit points. I went up 2 levels.
So 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah. Let's see what date that is. That will be
24th.
24th.
Yep.
All right. Next game on the 24th. All right.
Peace out.
All right. Well, thank you, Warren.
My pleasure.
Enjoyed it, everyone.
What's the total? 28? Really?
25,780.
Post that in chat, the Greyhawk chat for him.
Sure.
Yeah, every time I add it, I think I'm adding that to my.
You just want to override it. I can fix it for you if you want.
Well, yeah, I've got it in. I'm doing it in.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Well, it should be 780, not 789.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
All righty.
Ciao,
Well,
y'all.
y'all have a good rest of the evening. Talk to you soon.
Okay, and the game was recorded if you need to reference it. Ciao.
Okay, good to know.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.